I'm going to start with our just few participants that we have here. It's nice and cozy. I'm going to present myself first and then my topic, or vice versa, maybe vice versa. Today we are going to talk about kindness and well-being. It's a short presentation about what actually that covers a part of the question of what makes us happy. Sorry, I just received a message from the administrator. Okay, it's not about me. And kindness is one of the factors that can help us increase our overall sense of well-being. I covered a little bit more than kindness in my presentation, but because while I was working in that, I'm like, oh my God, I should include this and this and this and this. So it's a bit more broad about well-being. We'll cover everything, and if you have any questions at the end, we'll leave 5 to 10 minutes in order to answer them. About me, I'm Lydia Mastori. I'm Greek. I live in Switzerland. I live in Zürich. I did the certification in applied positive psychology coaching, and this is where I started being very, very interested in what makes humans, individuals happy. Therefore, my topic today. I also do leadership trainings to businesses. So my topic is like leadership trainings as well as well-being. If you have any questions or an idea you would like to share, you can use the chat. I'd be happy to read it and reply as soon as possible. Yes, if you cannot hear me or cannot see my screen, please do let me know. As I see, everything works fine. But if something, doesn't go as expected, you let me know. Okay, great. So hi, Andreas. Hi, Trish. Hi, Vaya. Hi, Monica. Thank you for being here. Let's start. Kindness and well-being. First part is we are going to touch upon well-being in general. What is well-being? How engaging in actions of kindness improves our overall well-being. We'll dig into a little bit into research about that. Then we're going to touch on gratitude, how being grateful can help us feel overall happier. And we are going to see a very simple way to do that. And we're going to finish some happiness hacks, I call them. This is not, of course, the scientific term of what this is, but there are some ways, very easy ways that we can engage in order to increase our happy hormones. Let's begin. So first of all, what is well-being? Because sometimes we hear well-being, happiness, and what is the difference? Let's define well-being. Well-being is the experience of health, happiness, and prosperity. It includes having good mental health, high life satisfaction, a sense of meaning or purpose, and the ability to manage stress. Well-being is just feeling well, while happiness, researchers and scientists, like especially in positive psychology, they define it as a state of mind. For example, an individual might experience increased levels of well-being, but today they feel disappointed or sad, and vice versa. That generally I might be feeling disappointed or sad, but today something happened that I'm happy. So happy is more of an emotion. I know it's a very deep question to start with, especially, and I mean 20 minutes of a session cannot cover this, but just to get us into the mood of happiness, if you had to answer this question, do not answer it to me. This is only about you, something private. How would you answer the question? How happy are you? 0, I'm not happy at all. 10, I'm extremely happy. Think of the past 3 weeks. How have you been feeling for the past 3 weeks? How would you answer from 0 to 10? I'll give you 10 seconds to think about it. Or maybe that's a very difficult question that you can take with you and answer eventually. How happy are you? Okay. It's a difficult question to ask, and I mean, it's a difficult question to answer. But today, as I said before, I'm going to present 2 ways that might be of help in order to increase our overall sense of happiness and well-being. Of course, in no way, this is not a substitute of therapy or any dedicated and help from an expert that we might need depending on our case. These are just research and like tools that we can use in our lives in order to increase and boost our happiness levels. So first of all, it has been proven that if we engage, as I said before, in actions of kindness, we will experience higher level of well-being. First of all, though, what is kindness? Kindness is the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. It's engaging in kind acts. So they did an experiment in order to prove that. And they chose 86 participants in Great Britain. They gave them a life satisfaction survey, as you can see in my screen, right? You can see my screen sharing. They gave them to complete a life satisfaction survey in the beginning of the experiment, and they told them for 10 days, Group A, you engage in daily acts of kindness. Group B, you engage, you do something new daily. Group C, just go by your day as you did before. After this finished, these 10 days, they gave them this life satisfaction survey again to complete. And what they found out, as per my graph, is that Group A and B experience higher levels of well-being, while Group C, no difference. Here we're touching another topic of happiness, which is novelty. So when we do new things, we experience higher level of happiness, even small things. For example, what I do is I like cycling. I live right next to the forest. There is a specific route that I always take that's an easy for me. But sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take a different route, or just take a different route to go to work. It could be something very, very small, and see how you feel after. So kindness and well-being very closely correlated. While I was researching again about this topic, I bumped into this Random Acts of Kindness Foundation, which is a great website, because also it not proves my point, but I don't know, it proves my point, and has several examples of small actions that are small actions of kindness that can improve our overall well-being. This website, if you just Google Random Acts of Kindness, besides this like post-its that they have, sticky notes, they have different kinds of classes and lessons and online store, whatever you can imagine, all about kindness and how to be kinder and how to create a kinder world. They're really cool, actually. So some small examples, just to bring you more clarity on what small acts of kindness could be, because sometimes we have in mind we need to engage in big things. We need to work for a nonprofit. We need to donate all our clothes to, I don't know, to Red Cross. I mean, that's great. Of course, let's do all these big actions, but the small actions, the frequency and how often we do these small actions, of course, will be beneficial to the receivers of the kind acts, but also it will be beneficial for us, and we'll feel happier in the long run and for longer periods of time. So an example is write a positive message on a sticky note and leave it for others to find, or your partner or your friend, or I don't know, your colleague. Write a handwritten letter and mail it. Donate used towels or bracket to a shelter. Let someone merge while in traffic. Small thing, but then again, I don't know, I feel great when someone, you know, lets me merge in traffic. Be kind to people in the service industry. I mean, be kind to all people, but especially service industry. Laugh often, it releases feel-good chemicals. And now, with the eye on the clock, does anyone has any question, first of all? Okay, I see everything is good. Okay, I see some notes. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Monica. We are going to jump on the gratitude part. So we saw kindness and a little bit of research and what type of kind acts can help us improve our well-being, and of course, the well-being of others because they're receiving the kind act. The second part is, how can we be grateful? Of course, on the one hand, it's easy and we have some things on top of our mind that, you know, I'm grateful for, I don't know, my dog and my house and my daughter, my husband, the forest. But it's important to dedicate some time to bring these factors that we're savoring in life in order to recognize them and help us improve our mood. So we're gonna do an exercise if you're down for it. It's a very simple exercise. You don't have to do anything or share or write or whatever. You have, if you want, Monica, you can even turn off your camera. The others have already turned off their camera in order to have more privacy. We're gonna do a bit of a breathing meditation just to calm ourselves down and center ourselves. And then I'd like you to think of 3 things that you are grateful for that happened today. Not yesterday, not the day before yesterday, today. If you have a piece of paper, actually that would be ideal. And then you can just write briefly, how do you feel about these things that you are grateful for? And number 4 question is, what makes you feel this way? So let's do the activity together. We have some time, yes. Let's do the activity together. First of all, I'd like you to, I don't know, maybe close your eyes or whatever you want to do in order to center yourself. Take a deep breath, breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. While you keep your breathing, I'd like you to bring into your mind 3 things that you're grateful for today. I'm going to give you 1 minute, 2 minutes to think about this question. I'll give you 30 more seconds. And when you feel ready, you can come back to our space. And I would like you to think now, how do you feel now after thinking of these 3 things? And what makes you feel this way? For example, me, one of the things that I'm grateful for today, just something very small, is the coffee and the time I had with my coffee today while playing Wordle, which is something that I like doing in the morning. I feel happy. And what makes me feel this way, I would answer it as that I'm grateful that I had some time for myself today, because I also have a daughter and a dog and a husband. So I'm grateful that I had some time for myself to do something small that I enjoy. That's why I feel grateful and happy. This is an exercise, actually, that Martin Seligman has invented, not me, who is considered the father of positive psychology. Positive psychology, the science of positive psychology, studies what makes us people happy. There are so many research papers and experiments, and he's one of the founding fathers, like they call him in the industry. So I would recommend for you, if you like this exercise or if you would like to try it, I would recommend for you, I have it in one slide if you want to take a picture, or then I can send you the presentation, to do this exercise as he created it. So what he says is, at the end of each day, think of 3 things that went well. Every night for 1 week. After this 1 week, see how do you feel. It has been proven that using this intervention, this tool, people have experienced higher well-being and state of happiness. So please be my guest, try this activity and see how it works for you. Next slide. Yes. So a bit more science about gratitude and well-being, as well as kindness. Again, Dinner, who has wrote this, is part of the Dinner, again, is one of the leading scientists, positive psychologists that studied happiness and how happiness works and what makes us happy and what does not. And what he says is that subjective well-being is not likely to be significantly improved by savoring only true extraordinary events, positive events, which are often by nature rare and sporadic. For example, a big trip. Of course, it's amazing. A big trip, I don't know, to the best place of your life that you've ever been. That's amazing and that's great. And of course, it brings us lots of happiness and well-being. But if it's once in a while, this is not sustainable. So if we do just small acts of like things that make us happy, even the smallest one, this can be more sustainable and long-term. The frequency of positive experiences is a much better predictor of happiness than the intensity of those experiences. Another research says that consistently noticing and savoring small, everyday positive moments have a significant effect on happiness, resilience, well-being, and overall life satisfaction. Hence, the exercise that we did before. This can help. This exercise you might see that you do it for 7 days, but you don't get, I don't know, like a significant rise of happiness. But you might train yourself to savor these small moments and, I don't know, experience higher levels of well-being. This is my personal experience as well, that this activity that I used to do it a lot, it trained me into appreciating and being more aware and present for the things that I love doing. With the eye on the clock, yes, we have some time. Okay, that is great. I'm right on time. Good for me. So I'm going to finish with this feel-good hormones, the happiness hacks that I talked about. So the happiness hormones are 4: dopamine, oxytocin, endorphin, and serotonin. I mean, again, I need to just always claim that if we have a serious problem or something, big is happening in our lives, just, increasing a bit of dopamine or endorphin, that might not, solve our problems and make us super happy again, but it can definitely help for short term or sustain a higher level again of happiness and well-being. Dopamine is the reward hormone. How can you increase your dopamine? That's why I call them hacks, because we find ways to increase them on purpose. Complete a task. I don't know, something that you've been dreading for. Just finish it. Just do it. Or just, go to, sometimes I just write my tasks on my calendar so I can just, delete them. Like, yes, done that. Achieve a goal. Engage in hobbies. If you have hobbies, they're really, really, really a source of feeling good, especially when you find something that you're in a flow. Oxytocin is the love hormone. So we spend time with loved ones. We enjoy the sun and cuddle with a pet. That is very powerful as well. Endorphins, it's the painkiller hormone. We do some cardio, exercise. You'll see it's in a lot of boxes. Exercise is essential. Even again, small bits of exercise can go great way. Can go a long way. Cardio, laughter, listening to music, and finally we have the serotonin, which is spending time in nature, having a good night's sleep, and again, exercising. You can try any of these tasks and see how you feel after, and maybe even let me know. So that was it, I think, for me. I want to leave these 5 to 10 minutes in order, in case you have a question. or if you don't have a question, it's fine. If you would like to connect with me, you can take a picture of the QR code and you'll be redirected to my LinkedIn page. I'm Lydia, in collaboration with UP Zürich. I'm just covering everything. Yeah, that was it. Thank you, Sami, Trish, Vaya, Monica, for being here.
This is my pet Snoopy. That's my being. This is the hamster.
Cute
Snoopy.
hamster.
Yes.
That's cute. Thank you, Vaya. I see you're clapping. Thank you very, very much. Snoopy.
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 Snoopy, yes.
If you have any question, please do share with me. Do not hesitate, or let's just connect with me. Thanks again for being here. I enjoying doing this presentation. And bye, Snoopy. Do some cuddles.
Thank you, Lydia. I wish I could see the faces of all these other participants, because it felt like as if I only had a meeting with you, Lydia. That would be lovely.
I have a face, right?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Yes, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Next time.
Thank you, Lydia.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.